tell me about your journey from the organized institution to your disorganized institution now, that where you are completely like a lot of people say, hey, I hate organized religion. I was like, I wish I was organized. I wish.
And then God said, Gore Baba, you want phantasmagoria? You're picking flowers from the sky. You need guru. I said, oh. I said, I'm not coming back here. You know, I knew what he was saying was true, but it was so intense to me. He just smashed my false ego. You don't need guru.
What you just said, like knowledge resides at the heart of a devotee.
Yes.
And as an expert thief, you have to steal it.
You have to go there.
You have to get it. And the best way to steal it is by serving.
Exactly.
And when you serve,
By
mercy comes, you know. This is an unnamed podcast yet. Pankaj Vashisth. And I have Ashrama Maharaja here, who's, everybody knows about him. So I really don't have to introduce you. But I will introduce you as we go in our journey, as we discuss, and you yourself will introduce yourself to everybody. So so I'm so excited to have you here. So
Pankaj Prabhu ki jai.
So Ashrama Maharaj, Bhakti Vedanta Ashrama Maharaj. So your title is Bhakti Vedanta. And there's somebody else who has this title, who's very famous. Tell us about that personality. And what does this Bhakti Vedanta means?
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So he was originally a Bhai-Charnaravindam Day. And he received this title, Bhakti Vedanta. Vedanta means the end of knowledge. And bhakti is devotion. So the end of knowledge is devotion, or the end of knowledge is love. And love has so many different levels. You have love in this material world, where the son has love for the parent has love for the child, the lover, the beloved, the husband and the wife. Beyond that, you have love in the spiritual world. But the Vedanta, the end of knowledge, is the love of the Brijbasis, the residents of Vrindavan, for Krishna. So Bhakti Vedanta means that that person who is imbued, who is immersed in that love of the residents of Vrindavan for Sri Krishna. And that goes from the stage of friendship to the stage of Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, and it ends in the love of the gopis, the love of Radharani. So one who was a maidservant, one who was a maidservant of Srimati Radharani, and completely immersed day and night in that mood. And who is that? That person for real is Bhakti Vedanta.
That's beautiful. So, like, who are the other Bhakti Vedantas before Srila Swami Prabhupada? There were other Bhakti Vedantas also this time. It seems like there's a title, right? Because there was Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. His Guru Maharaj was Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada. So tell me more about,
So Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, his godbrother, he had a society, the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. And in his society, when he gave in sannyas initiation, then this title, Bhakti Vedanta, would be given. So when he gave the title Bhakti Vedanta initially, as far as I can remember, he gave Bhakti Vedanta title to 3 persons.
Before
Bhakti Vedanta, yes, before that, Bhakti Vedanta Trivikram Maharaj, Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj, and Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Maharaj. So then Swami Prabhupada, he is coming in that line of sannyasis who are receiving Bhakti Vedanta. And I'm also coming in that line, receiving Bhakti Vedanta. So this is a very exalted line of Bhakti Vedantas.
So I mean, Prabhupada, Swami Prabhupada, Srila Swami Prabhupada, he actually established Devanan Gaudiya Math. What was that called? Gaudiya Vedanta?
The Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti.
Yeah.
Yes, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he was one of the founding members with Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj and another person, his name back then was Narottamananda.
Oh, okay.
And those three personalities were the founding members of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. And then after, then Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, then when he came to the West, then he founded the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which is based on the same premise. Those who are conscious of Krishna. But which Krishna? That Krishna is in Vrindavan. And specifically, that Krishna who is Gopi Janavallabha, who is Radhakanta, who is the lover of the gopis and the lover of Srimati Radharani. So that society where people are conscious of that Krishna and developing love, following those residents of Vrindavan, that is ISKCON. Or those who aspire to be members of ISKCON.
Yeah, you did talk about what ISKCON yesterday. That was a beautiful definition. I mean, I would love to hear more about it here from your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I explained that Srila Rupa Goswami has a verse in Padyavali, I believe it's the 11th or 12th verse. Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitamati, Kriyatam Yadikuto Bilavyate, Tatra Lilyam Akti Mulyam Ekalam, Janma Koti Supita Nalavyate. That Krishna Bhakti Ras, that wherever there is Krishna Bhakti Ras. And what is Krishna Bhakti Ras? Krishna Bhakti Ras is especially the mood of the Brijvasi's love towards Sri Krishna. You have Krishna Bhakti, Narada Muni. He has Krishna Bhakti. He has Krishna Prem. And the residents of Ayodhya, they have love for Lord Ramachandra. But Bhakti Ras, this is the mellows where you have the Sthayi Bhav, Anubhav, Sanchari Bhav, these bhavs mixing and creating a very, very sweet mellow. This is Bhakti Ras, which is specifically found in the residence of Vrindavan. So Srila Prabhupada, he named the International Society for Krishna Consciousness from this verse that those who have the inclination to develop this mood of the Brijvasis, that there's only one requirement, and that requirement is lolyam, greed.
Okay.
So that wherever that greed is to be found, and is to be found in the hearts of sadhus who are in that mood, then one should go there, and one should hear from them, one should serve them, and one should please them, so that that greed within their hearts will come and it will bless that person.
So what is
this is the meaning of ISKCON. This is the meaning of ISKCON. So the meaning of ISKCON really is that you have the institutional aspect, but then you have the other aspect, which is when you want to dive deep into the ocean of Bhakti Ras, then at that time, then you go beyond the institution.
So basically, Prabhupada has given everything in his books, in a way, if you look at it.
He's given everything in his books. He's given everything just in International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That if we just follow that, everything else will come.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And now I'm not saying that we do not take shelter of the institution, and that the institution is not. The institution is very important, and we honor the institution, but we understand that the institution has its purpose. And the purpose of the institution is to take us through that door of Krishna Bhakti Ras.
Wow. So, I mean, we didn't prepare this, but since we're going in this direction, so tell me about your journey from the organized institution to your disorganized institution now, that where you are completely like a lot of people say, hey, I hate organized religion. I was like, I wish art was organized. I wish it's a chaotic, whatever you want to call it. It's not religion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how is it to be away from that organized everything to now this totally chaotic movement? I won't call it religion. It's a movement, right? And I won't call it Gaudiya because this is pure bhakti that would Gurudev establish.
I wouldn't say that it's disorganized, but it's more based on spontaneity.
Yeah.
Whereas you have, and organized religion is also good, because those who are just starting, they need some framework to work within, and they need to know what to do, when to do, how to do, etc. So this is very, very important in the beginning. But then after some time, then the organization is not so imperative. It's just like one time, Shanrai Maharaj told me, just kind of off the cuff, he said, we don't need institution. He just told me like that. Why he told me, I don't know. He said, we don't need institution, like, me and you. And I was like, really? But another time when he wasn't happy with me, he said, you need the institution. He remembered what he had told me, so he just pulled it back. He said, no, you're not at that level. So the institution is very, very important for 99.9% of the people, because we need that framework to work within. But after some time, then the institution is really those devotees who have that prem within their heart.
Yeah.
Which prem? The prem that you are aspiring for, those devotees who are affectionate to you, and those devotees who are more advanced than you. In their association, then that is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That is the real society. It's not based on who you take initiative, who's your Diksha Guru, who's your godbrother, Diksha godbrother, this or that. It's not based on that, but it's based on who you have a real fellowship with and who can help you to advance to achieve the goal. Those people who are greedy for the mood of the Brijbasis, they're real members of the International Society for Krishna, or the International Pure Bhakti Yoga Society. It's the same concept. Pure Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti. What is Shuddha Bhakti? The Bhakti of the Brijbasis. This is Shuddha Bhakti, or Vishuddha Bhakti. Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, the Gopis. So those who are following them, those Raganuga Bhaktas who are following the Ragatmik Jan, who are the Ragatmik Jan? Those Rag is that attachment which is within the heart, which cannot be wiped away at any time. It's this sort of Sikira, that even no matter how much you try and polish it, it will never come off. To follow those devotees who are Ragatmik. So what is Ragatmik? Means that Rag, the complete absorption in Sri Krishna in a particular mood, whether it is as a cowherd boy, as a parent, or as a lover, that mood, that absorption is within their Atma, Rag Atmik, and it cannot be removed at any time. There's a verse, Iste Swarasiki Raga, Paramavishtata Bhavet, Tanmaya Bhavet Bhakti, Shatra Ragat Mikodita. That it is Paramavishtata Bhavet, that it is complete absorption. So to follow those Ragatmik devotees in the process of Raganuga Bhakti, then this is the International Pure Bhakti Yoga Society. This is Shuddha Bhakti. To follow those Ragatmik Jan. And the same thing ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Those who are conscious of Krishna in Vraj, in Vrindavan. Means that when you're chanting Harinam, Tanam Rupa Charitati Sukirtananu, Smityo Pramena Rasani Manasini Yoja, that you're remembering the pastimes of Krishna. You're chanting and you're remembering. So that when the absorption is there in remembering either Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, or the Gopis, then when the mind is wandering off, it doesn't wander off to things of this world, but because you're Krishna conscious, it wanders off to Vrindavan.
Okay.
Yes. And this should be done in the stage where we still have anatas. It's not that we have to wait for the perfect stage.
What is anatas?
Anatas mean those things, unwanted things within the heart, such as lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, or criticizing other people. This is a great anatta. So even when these things are there, still if we engage in chanting and remember Krishna in Vrindavan, then by that absorption, that will take us towards those devotees who are completely immersed in that mood. And the transcendental potency from them, Swarup Shakti, when it enters into a heart, then to follow this process of bhakti, then it becomes easy. So this bhakti is meant, this is kripa.
Kripa, yeah.
It's meant of mercy, which is coming from sadhus.
Yeah, I mean, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj used to say, don't look for justice, look for mercy.
Yes, look for mercy.
Look for mercy.
So I find it kind of funny that on one hand we talk about the society which is bringing pure bhakti, which can only come from sadhu sangha, and then at the same time then we limit the sadhu sangha. It's just paradoxical. But that
No, don't stop it. It's important topic. Yeah. People need to know. What is that?
Actually, the purpose of the society is to give you that opportunity to have sadhu sangha. That is the purpose. So even if you go outside of your society, and then you get that sadhu sangha, and that sadhu sangha is fulfilling to you, and that sadhu, those sadhus are the sadhus that are meant for you in your journey in this life, then that is the success of the society. Not that the society will keep you until you become completely dry, and then they can just ring you up and there's nothing there, and then they just throw you away. No, society is meant to give you juice. Yeah. So wherever you can get that juice, you should go. But at the same time, the society also has to function. So it means that within the society, there should be people, devotees, who can give the juice.
Yeah.
If the society does not have those devotees who can give the juice, what is the purpose of the society?
Swami ashray. So that kind of ashray, if that is available outside also the society, that is favorable. Because ultimately it is creating you to become a better leader for your society in the future. Like what Gurudev was doing before 96, before he got banned, he had all the GBC members coming to him for how many years? And they were listening from him, recording with him, and understanding about the various aspects of bhakti. And those things are already documented. We have archives of that.
Yes.
And then suddenly they put a stop to it.
Yes. I know one devotee, he was going to see Gurudev, and Gurudev, he had not taken initiation, or maybe he'd taken and Guru had fallen down. And then Gurudev told him, okay, so you go and take initiation from this person. He said, no, I want to take initiation from him. Gurudev said, no, you take from him, I'll even give you a name. This will be your name. You go there, take Harinam, take Diksha. And in this way, Gurudev was nourishing the devotees within the society. You see? And that was his idea.
Yeah.
That he would be outside and acting as Shiksha Guru, then he would nourish and make this and give strength within. And it's not that in the society now that they're not devotees who are qualified or who are not up and coming. They very well may be. They very well may be. And I'm always happy to hear that, there's such and such society within ISKCON who's preaching very nicely and who's attracting devotees from so many different societies. This gives me great joy because at the end of the day, personally, in my heart, I'm still a devotee of Prabhupada.
Yeah.
I see my situation like you have somebody who comes from a particular country and then they have to leave that country. They have to be in exile and they're in another country. And they take on all the different habits of the other country. But in their heart, they know that they always come from whether it's Nigeria or this or that. They know that, this is me.
I totally get it. I'm from India. I'm in America, Las Vegas.
Exactly.
And I'm totally Indian in my heart. You know?
Exactly.
Can only eat pizza once a week. That's it. I need my rice bath.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're talking about ISKCON, and it has given us so many good things. It gave us the path, the initial path to bhakti, basically, which Prabhupada gave us through his teachings. And nowadays everybody's like, oh, Ritvik and this and that, everybody's talking about that. But you were very fortunate. You were in your path, you got deceived, and then in your path, you got by praying to Prabhupada, whatever that process is, that's what I want to know more than your journey about like what happened, more about like your process, internal process. And then you met Srila Govind Maharaj,
Yes.
was pure devotee. And I'm sure there are few other pure devotees and great devotees in ISKCON, right?
Right.
They're hidden, they're hiding, or I know Radha Govind Maharaj is also a great devotee. I definitely know about that. So, tell us about that process, like how when you came, you took a zonal acharya as your guru, and then later on that person fell, and then you went into the journey of finding pure guru as your guru.
So when I joined in 1978,
Wow.
Srila Prabhupada, his mood and his energy was very, very strong. So Prabhupada had left in 1977. So just 1 year had gone by.
Oh, wow.
And we were very Prabhupada conscious. Maybe in this God they're still Prabhupada conscious like that, I don't know. But we're so Prabhupada conscious. So when I took initiation from the first guru,
And what's the name?
his name Jai Tirtha,
Oh, okay.
and Jai Tirtha, he was a zonal acharya, one of the first, the 11 zonal acharyas, and they were supposed to be on the transcendental platform. So at that time, we used to go out and do book distribution, and we were fully dedicated to book distribution. My idea was, as a materialist, I was a party animal. I used to party, I used to enjoy, and I thought that the same energy that I gave to the material energy, let me try this spiritual energy. Let me see what. That was my own. And people wondering, how is he so enthusiastic? I mean, of course, there was the other aspect is that
When you're like that, even now also, like, I'm like,
okay.
it's very difficult to keep up with you. It's like, yeah.
So the other aspect was that somebody had done some black magic on me.
Yeah.
And when I came to the devotees, then that was the only thing that made me sing. I tried so many different processes and nothing was working. And I was crying that, oh my God, this is it. I'm just going to completely lose it. And then when I came to the devotees, I just said, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And then all of a sudden, all the ghosts and all the madness just started to leave me. And then I just started crying in happiness. Oh my God, just chanting Hare Krishna can save me. So I was like really absorbed in devotional activities, completely absorbed. And then they said, okay, now it's time to take initiation. So I took initiation. I didn't know who was Jai Tirtha. I was living in a van like 24 days of the month.
Really?
And we would come back for a few days, load up our vans with books, and then we'd go out. So I took initiation, and then one weekend when we're back, because I'm a little bit anemic, I have a sickle cell trait. So do I work hard? It has its effect on me. So when I would come back, we had a very, very big castle, Croom Court. And in Croom Court, I'd find a corner where nobody could find me. And for 2 days, I just hibernated sleep. So in the course of my hibernating, when I came out, they said, oh, Gurudev Jai Tirtha, he's just manifested Bhav Bhakti. He was chanting ecstasy. And basically, he was chanting, he took the deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was chanting, his eyes were up in the air, and he was just twirling and dancing. And basically, he was on an LSD trip.
Oh my God.
Oh. And then finally, when they found out that he was taking LSD, so he had to go and get help. So he went to Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj.
Oh,
but when he went to Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj, he couldn't give up his LSD habit. I went through that. I didn't go that route, actually, because when we were in Mayapur in India, and there were two groups. One was a group of book distributors for Jai Tirtha, another was book of collectors who used to sell paintings.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was kind of de facto head of the book distributors. So then when it was time, we had to make a choice. Will we go across the river to Jai Tirtha or we stay in Mayapur? Then all the book distributors looked at me and said, what are we going to do? And I just thought, man, it's austere over there. I'm going to stay here.
Wow.
And then I decided, and then all the books distributors stayed.
You stayed with Prabhupada.
I stayed with
Samadhi.
Yes, I stayed with. And then all the people selling paraphernalia, they went.
Oh, all right. Wow.
I mean, we're doing serious money.
You were like investment bankers.
I mean, we had devotees having sales of £60,000 in one time. This was back in the 80s.
Okay.
So we were raising a lot of money. So after some time, the book distributors, they ended up going and doing the trick also, because all the devotees doing the trick had left. So then after a few years, then they said, we have to take initiation again. And then the person who was in France, Italy, Spain, Southern Europe, basically,
Bhagwan Prabhu.
then he took over England. And they said, okay, everybody's going to take from Bhagwan. And I was thinking, I don't want to take from Bhagwan. So I went to my Sankirtan leader, Sripad Maharaj, who was a good friend. And I said, I don't want to take. He said, don't worry about it, just go ahead, just do it. So then I did it, but my heart wasn't in it. And then I remember one time my mother sent me a check. She sent me some money. And though I wasn't really into my guru, I thought, let me surrender. I'll just give him something. And then I gave him a donation. And then like the next week or the next day, he fell down. And then I thought, that's the last time I'm giving a donation.
Well, you know what? I gave $100 to a donation to some sannyasi.
Yeah.
Who also fell down.
Yeah.
So I also decided not to give somebody money for their, wife to be.
So we ran off with, I don't know, secretary, what have you. And so the devotees who were his disciples for the first time, they were like crying completely. And because I'd been through it the first time, the second time, I wasn't really so much attached to Bhagavan. He was a good speaker, no doubt, but I didn't have that heart-to-heart connection. So I just kept on going through. And for me, my shelter, my everything was Srila Prabhupada. So through this whole time, though I had Diksha gurus, but prominent was Srila Prabhupada, and very prominent, especially during the fall downs. I mean, I had experiences with Srila Prabhupada, where Srila Prabhupada would practically just manifest to me, manifest. And it was like, why are you crying? Sit up, get up, continue. Prabhupada was like, hey, don't be a mouse.
Wow.
He was strong, And then I would because I was a Sankirtan leader, I was in charge. I was always in charge of devotees. So I had a responsibility. So Prabhupada would manifest to me in a very...
Guru never leaves. And sincere devotee, through him, he always acts. That's what it is, right? I mean, that's how it is.
Whatever is the case, Prabhupada was pushing me. Mm-hmm. So then, at that time, I thought that I was studying also. I used to study a lot. And
study what?
I used to study just Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. I hadn't gotten so much into Chaitanya Charitamrita, but I was studying the books because I didn't want to be known as somebody who was just distributing the books and didn't know the books. So I was seriously studying, and I was going to Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education. I was studying in Vrindavan. So there I met one devotee. His name is Satyanarayan.
Yeah.
He's now Satyanarayan Baba.
Oh.
And Satyanarayan Baba, he was teaching the Sandhavas. And I'm always an inquisitive person, and I was very inquisitive with Satyanarayan Prabhu. And then he unraveled Guru Tattva for me. And then I understood Guru Tattva. So when the Ritvik thing came, it didn't really have any meaning to me in that sense, because I understood you need a guru. But I felt that after going through two, I wasn't going to go through a third. I knew that I wasn't going to go back home in this life, but let me just do what I can, and the next life I'll continue. But I'm not going to do another guru. I'm not going to do that one again.
Wow.
So I was in that state of mind, and then one day I was out selling paintings. I came back like midnight, and we used to have many crazy situations. Selling with brahmacharis, with suits that would be like over $1,000 today. I mean, really, really expensive suits. I have a friend in New York, actually, old school friend, and he sells these suits, and I would fly over to New York because I had things to do, and then he'd kick me out with nice suits. And I come back at midnight, and one time, the bunk above me, the devotee was a disciple of Srila Gaura Maharaj. And that time we had cassette players. So I got the cassette player and I started listening. And then Srila Gaura Maharaj said, Hare Baba, you have to surrender. You are. And then I said, oh my God. It just pierced through my heart. And I thought, I have to surrender to this person. And that was like scary because in my life, I've never surrendered to anybody. From the time I was a little kid, I was always my own man. I come to a spiritual institution. After a few months, I have a Sanatan party. I'm my own man. And you know, I had a guru. I'm still my own man. And then now I hear this person and I know that I have to surrender to him. And that scared the hell out of me because I never had to face that in my life. But I just put that in the background. And then when it was the opening of the Krishna Balaram temple in Bhubaneswar, I was at the Vrindavan Institute, had higher education in Mayapur. And then we went for the opening. And then Srila Gaura Maharaj was there. And one of my godbrothers, who's passed now, his name is Kinchana Prabhu, he said, ask him a question. So then I asked him the question. I said, so what happens if somebody's guru, he falls down, and then he takes another guru, and then he falls down, and that person just takes shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada can give everything, and this way, something like good thing. I didn't believe it, but I just asked. And then Gautama said, Hare Baba, you want phantasmagoria? You're picking flowers from the sky. You need guru. I said, oh. I said, I'm not coming back here. You know, I knew what he was saying was true, but it was so intense to me. He just smashed my false ego. You need guru? I said, oh my God. And then I left. But I started hearing his classes. And then I started to develop some relationship with him. And then after like a year or so, I went back to Bhubaneswar. And I was now a temple president.
Oh, yeah.
I had no guru.
I
was in Birmingham, in England.
Okay.
I was temple president, had my devotees, but no guru. So then my idea was I was going to take shelter of Srila Gaura Maharaj. But I was going to go through the process, and after a year or two, then I would take Harinam Diksha. But then, this time I was in Bhubaneswar, initiation was going on. My friend Kinchana was there again. And he said, yes, I think you should take it. And I thought, no. He said, yeah, you should go. So then I put myself forward for initiation. So I knew that Srila Gaura Maharaj was a pure devotee. I had no doubt. But because my heart had already been broken, then the matter of faith, my faith was the problem. Though I knew intrinsically that this person is the right man, but it's hard to explain. If you haven't been through that, you can't understand what it's like to go through two gurus and what it does to the psyche and the mind, emotions like that. Can't understand.
So what advice do you have for people who have gone through similar situation? It's a really hopeless situation. So on one side I've heard from Vaishnavas that don't let anybody burn your ear canals, right? By hearing mantras from somebody who's not qualified. And then how do you recover from that? How do you come from that? It's not easy, right?
This is why I have so much faith in Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada was my only shelter. And I gave my everything to Srila Prabhupada and more. I can say, when I was out there, I gave everything and more. And Prabhupada, then he presented his pure representative, Srila Gaura Maharaj. You see? So the thing is, we don't find Guru. But Lord Nityananda and Srila Prabhupada is Nityananda Prakash. He sends Guru. Guru manifests to them. So if we cry to Lord Nityananda and we serve with sincerity that we have in our heart, we're taken care of.
Mhm.
We're taken care of. You see, even if we have to go through 1, 2, 3 gurus due to our past sukriti, we don't have so much strong sukriti to come directly with somebody. But by the gradual process, if we maintain our sincerity, then we will do it. We will. So that's why if somebody has faith in Srila Prabhupada, gives their life to Srila Prabhupada, gives their everything, they're taken care of. They're good.
So Prabhupada said many times, like, he said in the beginning to his disciples, and he openly showed that Bhakti Vedanta Maharaj to be the Shiksha Guru. In fact, he considered him as his Shiksha Guru.
Yes.
But then in the end, he literally announced our Gurudev Srila Bhakti Vedanta Maharaj to be the Shiksha Guru for ISKCON. He told them, go and take Shiksha from here. And there's so many pastimes of Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada together, and Sridhar Maharaj, Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj and Prabhupada. So, and in the end, you did come to Gurudev. How was that like? How was after Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj? How was that journey for you? Like, how did you transition over to?
Okay, so just to go back a little bit, because
I was
Both the audience running? Right. Okay. That's
at the time. So when I was to take initiation, so then I had all these doubts, not about Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, but just my heart wasn't ready to give my heart to him. I wasn't ready to give my heart to him. And then while I was there, I was chanting, and all of a sudden, the holy name just started to flow from my heart on my lips, and I was just chanting. I was walking, and it's like if my feet weren't even touching the ground, and I was just doing parikram around the temple. And then it came to the point where I was to take initiation. I came down in front of Srila Gaur Maharaj's Bhajan Kutir, and I was going in. There's one devotee, Atma Swarup, he's passed away, and he had been through two gurus already.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then Atma Swarup looked and said, Govinda, I don't believe you're doing this. I don't believe you're doing it. And then I just walked through, and then I just took initiation and just floated through the whole process. So your question was?
No, let's go back to this. This is amazing. Let's talk about that Bhajan Kuti.
Yeah, I wasn't one that was privy to really going into his Bhajan Kutir. Very rare, I must admit, very rare. If it was you, you'd be in there every day.
I know.
And you'd be in there every day.
Yeah.
But because he would come out and he would give his Harikatha sitting outside, and then inside we just be his servants, those who were serving him, like that. But that Bhajan Kutir was so dear to him because when Srila Prabhupada came to Bhubaneswar, then Prabhupada spent 17 days in the Bhajan Kutir next door that Srila Gaur Maharaj had prepared for him. Mm-hmm. And the devotees had put up Prabhupada in very, very high class hotel, best hotel in Bhubaneswar. But Prabhupada said, no, I won't go there. I'll go where my son is from the right place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So his Bhajan Kutir was next to Srila Gaur Maharaj. And Srila Gaur Maharaj said that when Prabhupada was there, he said that he gave me many secret instructions. He said, and I didn't need a tape recorder, that I have the tape recorder in my heart, and I've kept it in my heart. So that was that. So he would never move from that place because that's where Srila Prabhupada gave him last instructions. After that, Srila Prabhupada went back to Vrindavan and he.
Oh, in 77. Okay.
He had his pastimes of leaving the world.
What was some of the instruction that he gave to Gaur Maharaj?
He didn't tell.
You never discussed.
As far as I know, as he says, it's in my heart.
Well, I know something about you. You would find all the information in the world. How can you just not take that? Like, I just don't get it. I'm sure you got something.
You see, the thing is, with Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, I was a temple president, and I was not staying in Bhubaneswar much. So the time I was initiated by him, I was more like an administrator, and I was his European secretary when he do his tours and arranged, etc., etc. But the devotees who were really close to him were those devotees who were staying just like Gurudev would have his devotees who would stay with him all the time. Yeah. Like I would travel with Gurudev. So I wasn't like that with Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj. I was a little bit on the outside. Ananta, Tapasvi Maharaj, he was on the inside.
Oh,
The Hasbi Maharaj was just like he was there serving with Bhakti Maharaj.
right.
So with Srila Govinda Maharaj,
Yeah.
he more.
Really?
Yeah. More. He was his driver, massage, everything.
He just gets into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He just
That's
has
what he
the-
does. That's what he
He
does.
has this like,
That's what he does.
he just, nobody knows that he's there, but he's there.
He's there. He's there. And very personal and very intimate.
Wow. Yeah.
I saw Vishnu Bharti Maharaj.
Yeah.
I was surprised. He was the only Western devotee who was always with him all the time. It was amazing. So, okay, so did he share anything with you? No, I didn't. Okay, now so I found Gurudev. I met Gurudev through reading books of Srila Gautam. So I was reading Embarkment of Separation. And as I was reading it, I accidentally started reading Pinnacle of Devotion. And I saw similarity in both the books. And I said, my logical thought process was, Gaurav Maharaj is not there anymore. It's 96. Gurudev is there. Oh, this is 98, sorry. I said, I should go here. So that's how I came to Gurudev. I just like, it was boom. Simple, logical, reasoning. So for me, it's very important.
Yeah.
When I listen to his classes, I feel like, okay, sometimes I listen to his classes, like, same class, like 10 times, 20 times. It's amazing.
It was very easy for us to go from being with Srila Govinda Maharaj to being with Gurudev. It was like such an easy transition. It was more intense. It was more in depth, more detailed, but it was so easy for us. So much so that you see that many of the first sannyasis that Gurudev made were coming from Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Yeah.
Because we had that foundation of being with Srila Govinda Maharaj that we could now follow Gurudev. And now we can even go more deeply into the teachings of Srila Gurudev because of what Srila Govinda Maharaj gave us. And that propelled us even till today. Even till today.
What was that foundation?
What was that foundation?
How was it like? Yeah.
Krishna, what was the foundation? You know, he wouldn't, first of all, he would give very strong Siddhanta, Tattva Siddhanta, during the week, Monday to Friday. He'd give Tattva Siddhanta and not getting so much into Raskata. And then when he would give classes in the weekend on Chaitanya Charitamrita, then he would give Raskata. So in giving this, he was, by his Siddhanta, he was still giving greed because he himself, he is a Rasik Bhakta. He told me directly that I'm in Manjari Bhav. He said, we are in Manjari Bhav. I don't know if he's just speaking about the royal hymn or he was included me. I don't know. He said, we are in Manjari Bhav. So that mood, he was giving us that greed. And then he would nurse that greed in the weekends because the GBC, they got on his case for speaking too much Rasik Harikata.
Okay.
So he had to control, keep it somewhat contained. So then in the weekends, then he gave the Rasik Kata. So in this way, we had a greed for the books of the Acharyas, that books that other devotees in ISKCON wouldn't really look for, like the Javali or even things like where's Vilap Kushamandu, this and that. We had an inclination towards that. And when Gurudev's books would start to come out in English, then we start to read. I remember one time we were in Holland, and then we gave Srila Govinda Maharaj Venugit of Srila Gurudev, and he just stayed up all night and just read it.
Really?
Yeah, he stayed up all night and read it, and then next morning he just kept on going. And he said, very somewhat controversial, but something like, wow, he has even surpassed me. This is the first time I've ever said this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My God brothers may not be, but he really appreciated. The point is that he really appreciated whatever their levels are. I don't know, but he really, really appreciated.
It's like same thing like Gurudev. Gurudev used to say, when somebody, I think it was you or somebody who said, Gurudev, I want to hear some Ras Katha. I said, yeah, me too. Where's who's speaking? I'll come with you. And if you look at like Gurudev, like he will sit, like actually he will sit and he'll facilitate that Hari Katha and and then he'll listen to everybody speaking and giving Katha. And then sometime in massage, Gurudev will say, so, Dilip Maharaj, how amazing his Katha was. He's like so ahead of everybody. Or like, he'll ask me like, what do you think about Padmaram Maharaj? What do you think about this Katha? You know? Because Padmaram Maharaj will like paint a picture there, paint a picture there.
It's
like,
very beautiful.
huh?
It would embellish very beautifully.
Exactly. So, and then obviously you, Gurudev, just love what you used to do. Like he used to like make you like, Haribol. You just like,
Actually,
yeah,
when I came to Gurudev, I was so bewildered.
Because Gurudev was bringing so much Rasa Katha, so many different elements, and it was difficult for me to, even though coming from Srila Maharaj, I was able to understand something, but I couldn't really initially really get it all together. Like someone like a Prem Priyojan, he could understand everything in his brain and just synthesize everything. But it was difficult. But
Prem might be like must be like AI robotic. Do you know
he's got a computer.
No, he's supercomputer brain.
No doubt. No doubt. And at what he does,
he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah.
So, but the point was that Srila Guru Maharaj, he's simple like a child. He's simple like a child. So he had to become a little bit complicated because of the ISKCON dynamics and had to be able to look at people and assess where they're at. But that was not really his nature. So I remember one time I was in his room and I was looking at his bookshelf. And maybe it was one time somebody, Satyanarayana Prabhu, had said something about Jiva Tattva and he quoted from the Sandalas. So then I coupled it down. I went to Srila Guru Maharaj and I said, yes, here. He's saying that in this verse, it's saying that it's not fixed. And then Guru said, really? Okay, let me see. And they said, hey, but it's saying just the opposite, Baba. It's saying the opposite. Look here.
Oh, like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah. So then, maybe one of those times, then I saw one book, Saints of Raj, Gopal Kapoor.
Hey, is audio working? Because this is an important topic here.
And then,
okay.
and then I said, look, Gurudev, you're reading this book. This book is banned. He said, Hare Baba, that's for common people. That's for common people. Not for us. Not for us. So, in this way.
Which book was that?
Saints of Raj.
Saints of Raj. Okay.
Yeah. Where it talks about different Babajis and this and that.
Uh-huh.
So he was very, very open to that. But he understood that there was an institutional consideration and then there's a Vaishnava consideration. You see? And so he would teach us to go into the Vaishnava consideration. He said that this is there, institutional consideration is there, and it has its place. But more is a Vaishnava consideration. You understand? And then he said, for association, you have the institutional consideration. He said, but the quote that I get from Srila Gopal Maharaj, most common quote is you have to break all barriers for sadhu sangha. This quote is, this is my heart. You break all barriers. And he would say, don't disturb the institution, but break all barriers.
Yeah, because loyam apimula, you have to get you have to get the knowledge, and knowledge is what you just said, like knowledge resides in the heart of a devotee.
Yes.
And as an expert thief, you have to steal it.
You have to go there.
You have to get it. And the best way to steal it is by serving.
Exactly.
And when you serve,
by
the mercy comes.
by
That's the only way.
So that's what this is the main teaching I got from Srila Gopal Maharaj. And this is what I take with me, life after life.
Wow.
Other people get other things. But me, this is what I got. So people may criticize me, but this is what I got. This is what resonated with my heart.
You're the carrier of, nobody understands like what somebody goes through in the background, like how somebody has come to a certain position in life and how they've survived, and like how I think Prabhupada is saying that you should be surprised if somebody's like when somebody say, "Oh,
Don't be surprised who goes, but be surprised who stays.
Stays, yeah, because
it's surprising how somebody stays for
Yeah.
so long in Bhakti." Because Maya is so strong, it creates so many obstacles and deviation. So
The mercy of the sadhus is all that I'm made of. I'm only made of the mercy of the sadhus. Somehow or other, this is my composition, Kripa.
is it true you came to spy on Gurudev, or it was just that you were like, I'll go with that spy who can, you took that opportunity to spy to go there?
Yeah.
Or you really like went to spy?
What they call them? The double
Double agent.
agent.
Yeah.
I was a double agent. You have to be tricky.
but you became double agent on purpose or
on purpose, yeah. Ye Jana Bhaja Krishna Sevara Chatu.
Yeah.
That person should go around and always quoted. Ye Jana Bhaja, that person who does bhajan, then they have real intelligence.
Yeah.
So I explained before, when Srila Govind left the planet, we went to Bhubaneswar, we did his samadhi, and then we came back to Mayapur. And immediately, about 8 of us, we went straight to Navadvip to see Gurudev.
Oh, really? Who were those 8?
Jantaprit, what's his name?
Okay.
You know, from Krishna Balaram Mandir, French, Prabhupada disciples.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now,
Shuddha Maharaj.
yeah, he's not there.
Shuddha Maharaj.
Yeah.
Then Madhavananda,
Oh, okay.
myself, and a few others.
Radhakanta Prabhu?
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there because he's doing business in San Francisco.
Oh.
He wasn't there. So then we went, and Gurudev was there with sannyasis right before the Navadvip Parikrama, and they were having their meeting. So Srila Bhakti Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Tripura Maharaj, Parag Maharaj, all of them, they were there in brahmacharis, and we were in the back. You know, you go up the stairs, they're in the front there,
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
then we're at the back. And then at that point, when I saw Gurudev, then I knew I'm going to follow him. He didn't have to say anything. I just knew this is my Shiksha Guru. So now I'm thinking how this is going to play out. I knew from just going there and just standing there, he's there, and then I knew that's my Shiksha Guru. No Harikatha, no nothing.
Just by looking at
Just by looking at it. Honestly, the connection I had with Gurudev was more stronger, immediate than the connection I had with Srila Govind Maharaj. And I have a strong connection with Srila Govind Maharaj. But there, as I mentioned, I had to go through this thing of going through one guru, second guru, this and that. But Gurudev, by the time I came to Gurudev, Srila Govind Maharaj had completely healed my pot so that my heart was healed and it was in a good place. And then I could just immediately just be ready to be a receptacle for the mercy of Gurudev. So then we went there. After the meeting, we went in the room with Gurudev, and then we started to explain what was going on in the society, that we were there doing the samadhi, and so many ISKCON sannyasis were coming, and they're sitting on the seat of Srila Govind Maharaj, and they're presenting Siddhanta, which is completely opposite. And then we explaining this. I was explaining. He said, be careful that they will try and kill the bhakti. Yeah, because why are they killing the bhakti? Because what is the backbone of bhakti? Guru Nishta. So now when they try and kill your Nishta, it is Siddhanta that's coming from your Guru and from the Guru Parampara, then what is that? They're killing your bhakti. He said, be careful. You see. So he was so right. He was so right. You know, imagine right there, sitting there, and I was so annoyed that I just got up and I almost like and I walked out. And you know, my real God brothers, they understood my pain, but they are very much into Mayada. And they said, oh, why are you doing like this, sannyasi? And they got on my case. But I couldn't contain. I couldn't control it. I lost it. The New York came out. It's fortunate that it didn't come out too much, actually.
it just came out a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
The Bronx came out. The Bronx came out in front of.
Just a little. Just a little.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Just a little.
So fortunate. So then after that, I was a temple president, and I was in ISKCON, and I had to go back to the temple. And this was in February. In June, Gurudev was coming his first tour. We went to Holland. My vice president, because our whole temple was disciples of Srila Goga Maharaj by this time. So my vice president, Ragnar Bhatta, he went to Holland and he told Gurudev, he said, my president is very, and I didn't tell anybody what was my feeling towards Gurudev. I kept it within my heart, didn't tell anybody. And then he said, my temple president, very broad-minded, you come, don't worry, he'll have you. It's okay, he'll invite you, he'll accept. And then he invited Gurudev. In the meantime, my GBC man called me up. He said, hey, Govi, you're not inviting Narayan Maharaj. That's Shiva Maharaj. And Shiva Maharaj had this relationship with Gurudev.
Before. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said, I know him. If he comes, he'll take everybody. I know. oh my God. Well, I said, I know him. I said, no. Because I didn't know that my vice
Shivaram Swami, right?
Yes, Shiva
Oh my
Maharaj.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Shiva Maharaj is my good friend. He's my good friend. Even till today.
No, he's great. I saw him in Vrindavan the other day.
Very, very, very good friends.
Yeah.
Very good friends. I've seen him ready to take a bullet for me.
Oh.
And for this, I'm the kind of person, you can do that for me, I never forget. I've seen him ready to take a bullet for me. He's ready.
Wow.
Yeah. We've been in the battle. We've been in the battle together. And he wasn't backing up at all. He was going forward. I've seen it. So whatever's happened, I don't know the details, but I know what's my relationship with him. So then I said, no, Maharaj, no. I didn't know that my vice president was already invited Gurudev. So then Gurudev is coming. And then at the same time, all the devotees in the temple, they've decided that they're going to, wherever Gurudev is going, they're going. Because wherever Sadhu is going, we're going to hear Harikatha. Because they understood what was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be honest, I was like the pipe for Srila Goga Maharaj, and I was pumping this very strong, very Guru Tattva, every day. You must go get Sadhu. Must go. So everybody was pumped up. But I couldn't go because I was temple president. So I was like, I became sick actually, because in my heart, Gurudev was my Shiksha Guru. I knew that, but I hadn't told anybody. And then the secretary for ISKCON in England, then he called me up. He said, Srila Narayan Maharaj is coming. And I think that you and I should go and we should hear what he has to say. So then immediately I had my in as a representative of ISKCON to be Gurudev.
So did both of you came to Gurudev?
No. So what happened was, at that point,
in our temple, upstairs, I was just laying on the ground. I had fever from that. I couldn't go and meet with Gurudev.
Oh.
As soon as he told me this, my fever just went. And I just started jumping up and down. Haribol, I'm going. So now the whole temple is going, right? All of us. So then, when it was just the day before Gurudev was coming, then he rang me up. He said, I can't go. I said, what? He said, my wife said that if you go, that he may get you. He said, but you go. And then this is how I became the representative.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Krishna made arrangement for you.
Yeah. So then I went, and then whatever was happening so then I had my own van, because we had Gauranga van, Nityananda van, one white van, Sankirtan vans, because our temple was basically a depot for book distribution. We should distribute thousands of books. So I had my van. I was staying outside Bhakti Vedanta Manor, and then going to the class of the Gurudev, which was just in Radha village nearby. And I would go and I would tell Gurudev and Madhav Maharaj, like, yeah, actually, they're thinking like this. This is what's going on that side. And then Madhav Maharaj would, wait, what's he on about? So that's how I said that he came as a spy, but then he became Guru. He became Guru Bhai.
He came as a spy and became a Guru Bhai.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. That's beautiful. We can talk more, but I love it. What time is it?
it's 5.
5. You want to take a rest?
No, I'm okay, but I mean, how much?
It's different, right?
Yeah. Okay,
This
go
is
on. Then.
different.
Go on.
This is different. I mean, we can do another round tomorrow.
Okay.